Welcome to my Me Time Monday wellness hack on Finding Ruth, family storytelling for stress relief. This is a Me Time Monday wellness hack, which is part of our Self-Care in 7 Minutes video series. I'm Sherri, gerontologist, author of Me Time Monday, and CEO of the Caregiving Club. November is National Family Caregiver Month and also National Family Stories Month, which is why I want to share with you a chapter from my book called Finding Ruth. Telling stories is a powerful tool that connects us as humans. From hundreds of thousands of years ago, when we painted images on cave walls to illustrate life's events, to today's modern ebooks, audiobooks, or stories shared on Instagram and TikTok, storytelling is woven into the fabric of our lives. The research in my book shows how storytelling helps us relieve stress, build resilience, find comfort, and hope, as well as provide precious memories that live on forever. Storytelling really began about 160,000 years ago when the earliest humans decorated cave walls in South Africa with images painted with a natural earth pigment to tell the stories about their daily lives. The most famous ancient cave drawings were found in Lascaux, France, and are estimated to be around 30,000 years old. Cave walls, we began printing icons and images that told the story of civilizations such as the Sumerians, who used cylinder seals on clay documents in 3500 BC, and the Chinese, who printed the first known book in 858. In 1450, Gutenberg invented the first printing press to bring stories such as the Bible to the masses. But the earliest form of language using storytelling was through images. Now, most religious texts are a compilation of stories that guide us on how to believe and live our lives. The Holy Bible is one of those compilation of stories told by different authors. As of 2021, the Bible is the most read book in all of history, with more than 5 to 7 billion Bibles sold. While its theology is based on Christianity and has nods to Judaism, Bible stories are also great ways to understand the mysteries that surround us. They help us to find order in things that have happened to us and make sense of the events of a random modern world. One of my favorite Bible stories is the Book of Ruth. The line, "For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God, my God." It is a story of a young woman, Ruth, who leaves her tribe to marry a man who dies young, and yet she stays to care for her mother-in-law, Naomi. Ruth is a caregiver who sacrifices her original tribe, but who learns patience, loyalty, and love that helps her survive and thrive in a new tribe. She is an icon of how, when you find your tribe, you find your purpose. More modern storytelling is about others, whether a real person in biographies or fictional characters. Reading a book is a favorite pastime of an estimated 5 million Americans who participate regularly in book clubs. Whether reading for social interaction or reading as a solo pursuit that lets you escape into other worlds, reading has become a great way to reduce stress levels. One study found 30 minutes of reading lowered blood pressure, heart rate, and feelings of psychological distress as effectively as yoga did. In another study, participants were followed for 12 years with regular health analysis and checkups. It was found that the group of 3,600 adults who read books during this period lived 2 years longer than those who did not read books or who only read magazines. And reading is a great way to practice what gerontologists call flow psychology, which is applying energy, effort, and enjoyment into something that makes you happier. By following storylines, characters, and immersing yourself in challenges and experiences that you feel through the page, your brain is wired to tune out other distractions and dilemmas, to increase empathy for others, to calm the stress responses of your life, and to float into this world of others. Even a few minutes a day brings a type of stress relief that is meditative. So often, people are caught up in their own stories and issues, and we don't always ask the other person, how are they doing, or what is their story today? Social media is incredibly bad, or good, depending on how you look at it, making us compare our lives to others in unhealthy ways. Also, for those who treasure privacy, The TMI of social media is just too much. This is where journaling, also called bibliotherapy, is a great example of an expressive coping method or technique that helps you process negative thoughts, feelings, or experiences by releasing them onto the written page. By writing about your emotions, they then have less power over you. Gerontologists call this internal locus of control. By writing about your feelings, you take back control over the toxic energy rather than letting external locus of control take over, which is what happens when we engage in social media. Allowing others to dictate our happiness or our self-worth is why people who spend 2 to 3 hours on social media are 2 to 3 times more depressed than others. Let go of the negative feelings and balance your negative thoughts on the page by also adding expressions of gratitude. One study showed when writing in a gratitude journal for 4 weeks, participants actually maintained a sense of well-being and happiness for the next 12 weeks, even if they stopped writing every day. Sometimes the story of your home environment is causing your brain to feel insecure, unsafe, and unhappy. Cluttered environments not only pose physical health risks, such as tripping over something, also emotional health risks. This is because your ancient brain interprets your environment as one where dangers and unknown challenges may appear because we do not have open views of everything in our home or in the rooms. This is where the art of decluttering, or as the new trend in downsizing is known, Swedish death cleaning, where we give away things to friends and family long before we die, can really help with your mental health. Our ancient brains, which are composed of our brainstem, amygdala for emotions, and hippocampus for memories and learning, we still crave the open spaces of the African savanna 2 to 3 million years ago. Clutter makes us anxious, fearful, concerned, and feeling like we do not really know all the threats in our environment. If you are finding it hard to let go of things, take the time to tell the stories about these possessions. This allows you to keep the memory, but also clear your clutter. Take a photo, tell the story, and then give it away. It not only helps our environmental wellness, but we feel good when we give something to someone else. By decluttering, we calm the stress response, enhance brain health, and create more happiness. In many cultures, oral history was vital for generations to learn about their ancestors and to be able to pass the stories down to future generations. The oral tradition can take many forms: epic poems, chants, rhymes, songs, and more. It can encompass myths, legends, fables, religion, prayers, proverbs, and life instructions. Epic poems like Homer's The Iliad from ancient Greece, or another famous Greek storyteller, Aesop, and his animal fables, as well as the rich Native American oral history stories, give us guidance on how to live a happier and healthier life. Yet many of us do not know the stories of our own families. Spending time with your grandparents and learning of your ancestry and ancestors has emotional health benefits for both older and younger generations. A Boston College study found depression decreased in both grandparents and grandchildren who spent quality time together. One UK study among 1,500 teenagers found these young kids had more resilience and emotional strength to withstand bullying by others when they had close, interactive relationships with their grandparents. Knowing who you are because of the people who came before you creates a sense of stability and strength. It also gives older adults a sense of a legacy that can be passed on to future generations that is better than wealth. It is a sense of self. I hope you enjoyed this Me Time Monday wellness hack. Every Monday, I'll have a new self-care in 7 minutes video. You can find more information in my book, Me Time Monday, The Weekly Wellness Plan to find balance and joy for a busy life, or visit MeTimeMonday.com or caregivingclub.com. Take care and stay well.